Hey everybody, we're going to make this happen with TyFlow. It's very similar to using your standard blob mesh with a particle flow, except I think you'll find that the way that TyFlow works, there's a few more things that you have control over. As you can see here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 different objects, so it's not too crazy, not too complicated. We're going to start off by making our collision objects. So a collision is when these particles hit that sphere and bounce and react to it. And then the same with the plane where they land there and they react to it. So they run it, the particles run into it. I'm gonna go back here to frame 0, move over a little bit. I'm gonna make, how about this time, let's make a cone. Ooh, that's where it is. So we're gonna make a cone right like that. Can't remember how to make a cone today. And I'm going to make a plane. And I'm going to make a TyFlow. And with the TyFlow, it doesn't really matter where you put the icon. But what does matter is that we're going to put things by the origin, just because with this particular TyFlow, we're not assigning a separate emitter. So I'm going to hide my mesher, my first TyFlow, the first one, and that one. So we just got these things left. Let's go over here and move. I'm going to select this and I'm just going to zero it out. So that just makes sure that your X, Y, and Z values are 0. If you right click, it will zero those out automatically. Same there. And then I'm going to have to move everybody down a little bit just because that TyFlow is going to start right at the actual origin. And we should be able to see that if I click on my TyFlow and I go to my modify panel and I say open editor. Let's make this a little smaller so we can still see our scene. And what you'll notice here is that we're going to make a birth object. Actually, let's look at our original one. You can see what you're going to end up making. You're going to make a birth, have force, some speed, some particle physics, particle bind, and a collision. So first thing, I make a birth happen out here. And when I do that, you'll notice I see this tiny little dot right there. If I switch this to a tick, you can show you that that's what my TyFlow is at this point. And it's going to make 200 particles, starts at 0, ends at 100. But right now they're just all going to be in that same spot. So it's kind of unnoticeable if we were to play through this. I'm going to go ahead and change this one to the first 15. And then let's go ahead and bump this to, let's say, 1000. And we'll look again at our original here. We're going to add force gravity. So if I go here and I find force, drag it up here. And I could add those, but what I'm going to do is instead I'm going to use my built-in gravity. And you have to give it a negative value. Otherwise, it will go the opposite way. And so now as you drag through, see it's shooting those particles down into space. And they're just going to go in a line like that. That's all it's doing for now. That's just sending them down. We could certainly add some wind to this one, but we may or may not later. I'm going to add speed to it because I'm going to want to adjust my speed, especially down here, the divergence, so things don't all move at the same speed. So another way we can get that is if you press tab and type speed. And we'll double click that one, drag speed into here. I'm actually going to get rid of that. I'm sure there's other ways to do this. Speed, I'm going to change my divergence to 50. And the next one we're going to add to our flow here is particle physics and particle bind. One more good thing. Yes, you certainly can. I'm going to go find my particle physics. They're over here in the purples. And this is going to let us do things like have the particles crash into each other. So I'm going to say particle physics and particle bind because I want them to stick together a little bit. So under particle physics, we're going to change our stiffness and the friction. So right now, when we see this, right now, they all come down as a ball, and it's pretty crazy here. So right now, they just come down as a ball, and they pass right through that. The last thing that I'm going to add here is, before we start tweaking our things, I'm going to add a collision to say crash into that. And here it says objects, I'm going to say pick, click this one, pick again, pick this one. And now as you see, they crash into it. And right now it's just sitting on the top, not going anywhere. So that tells us that our particle bind is probably up a little too high. So let's find down here, let's double check our first one. The first one I went through and I tweaked with stuff a lot to get it to look how I wanted. So this time we can just kind of jump right into it. So I'm going to bring my stiffness down a little bit. And also a really important one here is going to be our making these breakable. Before I go too far on that though, I'm going to add a tie mesher, because right now these just look like particles, right? They come down, they splat. It's hard to see. So under here, I'm going to go standard primitives, find TyFlow and tie mesher. Click and drag that out there. So I've got a tie mesher. Under there, I'm going to say keep it at blob mesh. Choose pick, and let's get our TyFlow there. Now we've got some blobs. That should look more familiar, right? These blobs come down and they just hang out. They do penetrate a little bit through our surface. We're not too cared about that today. So what happens if we make this breakable? Oh my gosh, it broke all over the place. It came down and it just exploded everywhere. So it's maybe a bit too breakable. If we say 50, what happens? Well, 50% is not breakable enough. How about 90? 90 is a little bit more breakable. Maybe a little too breakable still, depending on the look you want to go for. Also where it says stretch, how much stretch happens before it breaks. If we bring that up a good bit, what I put on my last one. My last one I said 35. This one I typed in 50 just to see what it looks like. It's pretty stretchy. Not too breakable though. So let's come down here. Let's maybe stretch 40. See how that looks. Let's go to 96. I meant to type 95. I typed in 96. Does that? Oh, there's some explodey, drippy stuff going on there. Physics, if we change our friction, you can see here in our last one here, stiffness 50. So we stiffness 1, friction 50. It's going to be a little stickier as it comes down. Maybe I'll make the friction 65. And here I'm going to go ahead and make this 30 and 97. I do like how it sticks there. I don't love how it kind of explodes out there at the beginning. So under this one, I'm going to check 1, 5. Bring your tolerance down to 5. See if that does it. That helps a little bit. And speed, adjust the speed here. Bring that to 50. And if you want to go further than 100, you just come here and we're going to say end time. Let's give ourselves some more. Let's say 120. Say okay. Now we've got a few more frames there for it to go. But that's basically how you're going to do that. From here on out is just tweaking little pieces, changing numbers until it looks like how you want it to look.